When the clock turned 2020, everything changed, right? The scamdemic, the imaginary flu, which I do believe was just a giant money printing exercise. That's a hot take. I haven't heard anybody really talk about that the scamdemic was just a way to print money to stop the financial system, which is what runs the world, from seizing up. And they managed to do that for over 2 years. And also, I think the political elites somewhere in the world, in some room with some CCTV, or in an office, some room, absolutely laughing at you and I. Well, maybe not me, because I refuse to wear a mask in most places. And I'm not talking about like being a dink, right? Like when I would get on airlines or planes, whatnot, during the scamdemic, I'd be as difficult as possible. I wouldn't put the mask on. Sir, put a mask on. Okay. Sir, you can't have it below your chin. Okay, pull it up below my mouth. Sir, it has to be over here. Okay, put it above my mouth. Sir, you have to put it up. Okay. And I'd just be so annoying that these people would either give up or just be a pain in the ass, right? Because they cared so much about the rules. Not worth getting kicked off the flight and putting on a no-fly list, but walking to a grocery store, I got a medical exemption. People forget about this. Sir, you have to have I'm not putting a mask on. Sir, then you have to leave. I'm happy to pay my money for the groceries or for whatever. I'd like to support you, but if you don't want my business and are willing to comply with this, I'm going to take my business elsewhere, right? Simple as that. Natural selection. People say, you should just go. No, I'm not going to comply. Saying no is a skill set in today's age, especially when it comes to women. Saying no to the government, saying no to the powers that be, and saying no to women, which it seems like most men are so simped out for women that they just will say yes, 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 yes. God. And you know what's interesting too? Women and children, saying no to women and children very early on and being very firm very early makes it so much easier later on. Like I'm being serious. The easiest time to correct something is as soon as humanly possible, because as things go along and they get more comfortable in the behavior, you're gonna have a much harder time turning the train around. And maybe the kids, actually I would argue the kids and the women are in the same category. The kids don't respect you and are gonna think, oh, well, dad's just playing around, whatever, they'll keep testing you. Same with the women. But the women are like, oh, this isn't the real deal. Who is this guy? Just showing up, thinking he's going to tell me no, and then they're going to test you, as opposed to right off the bat, immediately, no, I'm not going to do that. You can continue to do that, but I will not be here, and I will be removing my time and my attention from you. So you pick. What do you want? And 98% of the time, it goes pretty well, I have found. And also, with how soft and simpy men have become today in this era, like seriously, like you men have become so soft. Women are just craving and salivating, moist at the chops. Their loins are moist for the idea of a man that tells them no. This is how it is going to be. I will not do that. I have a plan, woman. This is what we're going to do. Shut up and sit down, respectfully. And if you don't want to do that, you can do that, but I'm leaving. Right? I versus you can't do that is never going to get the answer or the result you're looking for. You can do that, but I will not be, and I will be removing myself. That works fantastic. We can talk about women. How are we looking for time here? We got about 11 minutes. You know what? We'll save it for another time, for another monologue. We'll talk about women and it being a superpower to say no to them, and also to navigate the absolute trenches of modern dating, because there are such few quality women. I would argue, here's a hot take, and I'll leave this for the next video. If women getting married in Canada in 2026, the color of their dresses changed from white being pure to black being, I sat on over 20 pogo sticks, 20 PPs, 20 Pierre Poilievres, it would solve so much. Men are just intrinsically disgusted by promiscuity, and if the women had to wear, okay, well, now she's wearing a yellow dress, now she's wearing a red, now she's wearing a purple, now she's wearing brown, now she's wearing black, it would solve so many problems, because then the women would have to have accountability for the first time in human history ever, especially by these simpy men. My goodness. We may actually have families return, the alphabet soup degeneracy and the Pride Month would go away, kids would be kids again, they wouldn't be stealing your kids, trying to turn them trans. Oh, it would be a beautiful thing. When families return, men would start caring more about the country, and the country may actually return and be saved. Become a channel member, people. It is 99 cents. You get access to all of my videos. You get access to all of them that are scheduled, ready to go live for free. You support the content creation like this just for 99 cents. I don't see anybody else talking about stuff like this on YouTube. And as always, use the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did I hit the nail on the head? Was there anything I missed? Do you have a better solution? I would love to hear all of it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.